Hey YouTube, this is HCP Carolina. Please excuse the things behind me, the bags. I went shopping today. It's like 4:30 in the morning. I haven't had time to put anything up, and I just got out of the shower, thus the tired look. But anyway, I wanted to respond to a few people who had questions or statements about my response to Black women unmarried. Okay, first, I'd like to respond to Sugar Hill lady. She said that I was too bold or too forward and very judgmental. Basically, I made a video of how I felt about the clip shown. The thing is, in the clip, the women who were speaking, for them to be such beautiful, educated, professional African American women, they sounded so ignorant and so desperate. And it made me frustrated. That's probably why my response came across judgmental and forward. You asked me the question, why was fault placed on the women? The fault was not placed on them. The statements were addressed and directed to the statements the women made, because the women are the ones who decided to go on national television discussing how lonely they were and how they could not find a good Black man and how they were very successful up the ladder women, yet they were so lonely. That's why the statements were directed towards them. Also, um, you said that you and your coworkers or friends have dated numerous African American men who turned out to be ex-cons, chain weed smokers, or had a bunch of kids. My statement in that is, if you are a professional, educated African American woman, or if you are in general a professional, educated woman, where are you meeting the ex-cons, chain weed smokers, and men with all the kids? One point I do have to make is the older you get, the less likely you are to find a man who does not have kids. So that is a point to make. However, where are you meeting the ex-cons and the chain weed smokers? Are you going to the club and meeting these people? Are you going to the weed house? Or is it that, do you decide to go out to the club so you can meet someone, but you're really not a club person? Because that means that's misrepresentation. Because if you meet somebody in the club who is a clubber and you start dating them and then you get mad because they're back in the club, then you shouldn't have went to the club to find them. So, and I'm not downing, people who have had their hard times, ex-cons or whatever, because everybody who is an ex-con is not someone who needs to be looked down upon, because people pull their time, they do their debt, and they get out and they're better people for it. I just wanted to put that there. Um, on the other note, Hazel Honey Brown stated that the women did not say that to be on their level, the man had to make six figures and that he had to have um, the education. In the clip from NBC News or CBS or whatever it was, the women said they wanted someone who had that initial chemistry. They wanted someone who was on their level. That's basically what they said, on their level. And someone who did not have women in different areas that they can pull out of their back pocket and check on. So, based on what they said in their comments and their directed conversation, they did not address the spiritual connection with someone. They did not address the everyday man who has an everyday job, who will work and provide for his family, work and provide and treat his woman good, regardless of if he makes 50 cents an hour or $50 an hour. They did not address that. All these women basically said they wanted, and don't get me wrong, because I know that television with audio and video editing can make things seem kind of one-sided, but they can't make you seem like you said something you did not say. So based on what they showed on television or on YouTube, the women basically said, I want someone with that initial chemistry, that spark. I want someone who is not going to try to juggle 3 and 4 women. And I want someone who is faithful, who wants to settle down. You said that they could have been talking about the spirituality connection. They could have been talking about someone who had same educational level. They didn't discuss that though. There's a lot of could haves, but they're not things that are on the video. If it were spiritual, the only thing that was said pertaining to that was one of the women said she kept a list of 50 points a man had to meet in her Bible. Getting off of the subject, kinda. If she kept a list of 50 things in her Bible she wanted in a man, basically she was telling God, I want this, this, and this. Those of you who do know what I'm about to say or know what I'm talking about, God knows you inside and out. He knew you before you knew you. And he will send you who he wants you to have if he wants you to have somebody. So her list didn't mean a thing. And I just had to say that because when she said she had a list in her Bible, I was thinking, so you're praying over a perfect man. That's weird. That's just strange. Anyway, I just wanted to address some of the comments people made. I really appreciate having feedback from intelligent people all over, no matter what ethnicity, nationality, gender. I really appreciate it. And I wanted to tell you that. And please keep the comments coming, and I'll reply to you as soon as I can and as thoroughly as possible. Thanks for all of your comments. Peace, love, and I respect you all. I really do. Thanks.